life told Adam Powell to stop, he found another way to go. Living with multiple sclerosis, Adam learned early on that strength isn't about how far you go, it's about how you keep going. Now with neural sleeves helping him move in ways once impossible, his journey continues as proof that hope is more than a feeling, it's a force in motion.
Thank you so much, Adam Powell, for joining me here in AwareNow. Share the space and share your story. Thank you.
Thank you for having me again. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you again. So let's kick things off this way, focusing on your MS journey from diagnosis day until now. Please, first of all, remind me how long it's been, diagnosis day until now. How long was that?
It's been about 6 years, just over 6 years. It was June of 2019.
Okay. So just over 6 years. So as you and I both know, while there are many obstacles that MS presents, especially with primary progressive multiple sclerosis, which you have, there are many obstacles. What is the one that has been the most frustrating for you today?
The biggest one, and still that I fight to this day, is my legs and trying to walk. Because after I got diagnosed, it was 5 months, and then I got in a wheelchair. And I was in that wheelchair for like 9 months. And then I started doing my best to get out of it and walk again. And I've been able to. And now I just keep moving that along as best I can. It's not pretty, and I'd tell people, I said, I try really hard to walk this badly. And that's the truth.
Try really hard to walk this badly. So let's talk about the fact that you've come a long way since that diagnosis. What led you to discover neural sleeves? I want today to be a sleeve conversation. So how did you discover it? And what was your first reaction, your first experience with it?
So I discovered it years ago, like when they first got FDA approved. Like, it's been on my radar for a long time. And I remember reaching out to them early on and saying, I'm interested in this, but I need 2 of them. There's no point for me to only have one, because my one leg is bad, my other leg is worse. So I'm like, I need 2. So they were just launching their first stuff, and they said, oh, we can't do that at the time. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep an eye on it. And I did. I just saw it here and there. I happened to go to a conference in Branson, Missouri back in August. Modified by MS put it on. Matthew Price, he does a lot of stuff for the MS community. This is his second big conference. So I went down to Branson, Missouri. I actually spoke down there too, which was cool. They had me speak a little down there. But Psionic happened to be there, and they had a table set up and the vendors. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like I said, it's been on my radar for years. Now I can actually talk to them. Now I can actually try them out. So as soon as that day of talks and stuff got over with, I remember me and Michael Zink, he actually raced out there to beat me so he could be the first one to try him out. And I was like, so he did, and it helped him. Like, he's pretty mobile, but he gets a problem where, the more he walks, the more his drop foot comes in. And so it can help him out in the long run. I tried it on, and they were able to let me have both sleeves. And we get dialed in, and it doesn't take that long, but we're trying to get the right amps or whatever that to each muscle to try to get my foot to raise up the right way. It's really cool what you can do with those. So we finally get all 8 sets of electrodes set, because there's 4 on each leg, all your major muscles, hamstrings, quads, shin, calf. Wow. It's firing them all. So I take a walk, and I walk without it on. They're on, but they're not turned on. And I walk down the hall, and I'm just stepping in front of myself. I'm getting this hitch that I call it in my knee. I'm hunched over. It's just my normal walk. Like I said, I try really hard to walk that bad, but I still walk, and I'm proud of that. Get down to the other end. they turn it on and I just start walking. And to me, it feels good. It feels more smooth. Like I feel like I'm walking better. I don't have as much shaking, much ataxia. My foot is not crossing over the other foot when I'm walking.
Yeah.
It felt really good to me,
Yeah.
which I was super proud of. And I could hear the people, over there. One girl was like, "Oh my God." And other people were like, "Holy cow." And so I was like, "Oh wow, this is really good." And then I saw the video of it, and the video blew me away because you see my normal walk and then you see my walk. And this is the very first time I've ever had it on, ever. And my posture was completely upright again. I didn't realize that while I was walking, but when I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, like I am walking almost normally.
This is stim on. Go for it.
I'll stim on.
Ready? Yep. Wow.
Oh my God. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. And like I would have liked to wear them more, but there was like so many other people that wanted to try them on because they saw what it did for me. And they were like, holy crap, like this is amazing. And I was right then, I was sold, just completely sold.
So you were sold then when you had the results. What about the moment before you put them on? I'm wondering the balance of skepticism or hope, like before you got this proof in that you actually, had.
I was actually pretty hopeful because in physical therapy, I've done a lot of the electrical stimulation stuff. And it's helped me, like the RTI bike. When I wasn't walking, we did a lot of the RTI bike. So it helps me fire my muscles in the sequence of riding a bike. So it got them moving again. I've done the TENS units. When I was learning how to sit to stand, I did a lot of the TENS unit stuff to help me come up onto my ankle. So I'm used to the electrical stimulation and I've seen a lot of results from it. And the latest before that was the TSS, which I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, what is that?
It's transspinal stimulation. I was seeing my therapist and she went to a conference. I think it was, that doesn't matter where, I think it was Chicago, but she came back and she's like, hey, I just found out about this. It's called transspinal stimulation. There might be another word in there that I'm missing, but I don't know. And she's like, it's basically the idea behind it. It's made for spinal cord injuries. And the idea is you send electrical signals down, you have a pad on your neck, and then you got two on your lower abdomen. So it's sending messages from there to here. And the idea behind it is if there's a spinal cord injury, it's going to try to send those signals through the spinal cord injury to maybe get something to flare, to work, to do something. So she comes back to me and I just happen to be with her the next day. And she told me all about it. And she's like, why wouldn't it work with MS? She's like, do you want to try it? And I said, hell yes, I do.
Right.
Like, let's do this. So I was her guinea pig. And it's such a strange sensation. Like, the only way I can describe it is it feels like an electric woodpecker on your neck. Just you can feel the pulsing of it. And like, as I was walking, I felt like I could shoot lightning out of my fingertips. It's weird. Very weird to get used to. And it's not like it's a mobile thing. She had to carry the whole thing in a cart next to me because I'm hooked up to wires and all that stuff. But it made me walk better. Again, it took away my ataxia. I wasn't shaking. I was walking straighter. My stamina was better. And so we just did a little bit the first day, a little bit more the next day. And I think it was the third time I used it. I was walking out, and I'd have to say, when I walk out of therapy, it's a pretty long walk, and I am very, very heavy on my stick. And I always sit in the vestibule before I get outside so I can finish the walk to my car. That's how it always goes, because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
After using this thing for half an hour, and then we didn't use it for the last half hour, I walked right up all the way out to my car, didn't take a break, and never used my stick.
That's wild.
The residuals were awesome. And that was right when I was doing all my fundraising for my event. And so I just, as soon as I left therapy, that's what I did. And then I realized later in the day, I was like, I'm just still going, like, and my foot isn't dropping as much. So like the residuals from that were so good. So when I went into the psionic part of it, I was very hopeful just because I've seen what the electrical stimulation can do. And since it had been on my radar for so many years, I was pumped about it because I've already seen what it can do. So let's see what this can do now. So there was like zero skepticism from me when I went into it.
Well, and then so the opposite side of skepticism, in your words, you've described these neural sleeves as a game changer.
Game
So
changer.
can you share, was it that first time you tried them, or was there another moment maybe after it wasn't your first time, where you realized that they were helping you do something that you hadn't been able to do in a very long time? Like, was there a moment you're like, this is it?
So it was right then, right when I tried them for that very first time. And that little 2-minute clip of a video that I had was the only time I had them on. And then I finished off because I was in Branson, I finished off my little journey because I went to Colorado. And by the time I got home, the sleeves were there already. So I got to come home, had my appointment to get them set up for me, and then I was off. And what's great about this company is they're a very small company. It's new. A lot of people don't know about it. And I was in talks with the 2 reps that were there. And I posted that video on my social media, and across all my social medias, that video got like 70,000 views. Like, it just blew up. And this company, being who they are, they're like, we're going to make you an ambassador. And they actually gave me the sleeves.
Wow.
And so even if they didn't, I was getting them anyways. 100% I was getting them.
Yeah.
And so I had them when I got home. I had my appointment on Thursday to get them all set up. So I got them all set up, and I went outside and I did the same thing. I walked without, and then I walked with, and you could see the difference. The next day, Friday, I went outside, and I've never left my driveway or walked like past my car without my stick. So I was like, you know what, let's try this. So I walked down my driveway. I walked down the road about 3 houses, turned around, walked back, and walked up to my driveway. That's something I have never done before. Never.
It's wild.
And it was pretty smooth. Like, I used to try to do that walk when I was getting back to walking, and I was heavy on both my sticks. I would have to rest 4, 5, 6 times. And I had my little tripod stool that I would carry with me because I would have to rest and sit down.
Yeah.
And I just got up, walked, and did it. The next day, Saturday, we had a golf outing for one of my good friends that passed away last year. And it's for his wife and kids. And I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to help share it. I've never been a big golfer, but I got people there and I wanted people to show up and support. So I figured that I would show up there and I'd maybe play 3 holes. I figured I would get some pretty funny footage of me swinging a club and then falling down. Like, that's what I had in my mind. I thought it would be pretty comedic because I got the Meta sunglasses, the AI sunglasses. I got some of those. Those things are awesome, especially for me. I can like record stuff with a click. So I figured it would be hilarious. Like, you just watch me swing and I'd miss the ball and I'd fall over and it would be a riot. I golfed an entire 18 holes and walked almost 4 miles that day.
Come on. What? Adam,
and there is no possible way I could have done that without the sleeves. And being so new with them, I was trying them out. And so the more tired I got, I just kept playing around with the app and like turning my shin up so that it would raise my foot up more. So I just kept doing that and just kept popping it up. Like, these things last for like 8 hours. I think I wore them for 10 and a half that day because when I was not using them, not walking, I would turn them off.
Right.
So we got done and we're going to the dinner afterwards. And by that point, they died. Like, my sleeves had completely died. I still never used my stick at the entire dinner. And I felt safe walking. Like, I felt like my foot wasn't going to flop over again because of the residuals from it. Like, it trained my muscles what to do, and then they remembered how to do it. And I just could not believe that I golfed an entire 18 holes. I just went and golfed another 18 holes on Saturday. I don't even like golf.
Like it or not, you're going to be a golfer now just because
I'm
you
gonna
can.
be a golfer
Just
now.
'cause you can.
Exactly.
So let's go back because I have watched the video, right? I've watched the video before and after, and it's incredible to witness. So if seeing him isn't believing them, what is? It's that kind of saying, right?
Right.
We go back to the cliche. But I want to talk about just for a moment that it's one thing to see it, but for you to feel it, not just how you physically felt it, but how you mentally, how you emotionally felt it. Let's talk about that.
It's been a whirlwind. Like that walk that I did to my neighbor's house without my stick is one of the longest walks I've taken. And that was incredible. Being able to golf that day and do the whole thing and support my friend and his wife and his kids, that was amazing. It's even as simple as I can I can go to a restaurant and I can leave my stick in my car now. And I can walk in and I can walk out. And I did that at a local place and they know me there. And the bartender was like, something's different. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't have my stick. And she's like, what? I've never seen you without your stick. And I was like, yeah, I got these. So I was like, I got these new sleeves. They're helping me walk a bunch. Those little tiny things. Like I walked into VG's because I had to pick up a prescription and get like 2 items. And I did it without my stick. It's just those little things that are so amazing.
Yeah.
And the bike riding, like they have a bike ride mode on it, cycling mode. They have other exercises that you can do. So I was pumped for the cycling mode because I do a lot of bike riding now, again, because I can. So why wouldn't I? And I was a little disappointed at first because they said, the cycling mode, it only engages your quad and your hamstring. It's not set up to engage your foot. I was like, well, that sucks because I need my foot to be engaged so it doesn't fall off the pedal.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we'll keep that in mind. And so I did it on the bike mode once. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just try it with the gait mode because that is getting all of the muscles firing. So I try that and it helps and it keeps my foot up more and I'm able to ride more. I think I rode like over 6 miles one day. And I was like, this is cool. But last week I get a email from Dylan, who's my mobility specialist. He's the guy that helps me out, my support. And he says, hey, we're changing the cycle mode and we want you to test it out. So they talk to their customers. They listen to what helps them. And I said, yeah, let's do it. I'll test it out. I tried it twice now. And the cycle mode and gait mode are different because it fires the muscles at different times.
Right.
So while you're cycling, it's actually firing in the cycle time instead of gait. So that helped. It helps keep my foot pulling up so it doesn't flop down. But they're involved, and that's like one of the best things I've seen. And their founder, I post stuff about it, and their founder is making comments on it, saying, "Oh, thanks, man. Let me know if you need anything else."
The way it should be. Finally, it is.
Yeah.
That.
And I've been talking about it a lot. I know at least 6 or 7 people in the MS community that have gotten them now. And every time I go on anywhere on social media or any groups and I'm around there, that's the first question people want to know about. They want to know about these sleeves.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely amazing. And so you've said that with the sleeves, you've been able to bike 6 miles, do these things, like golf, 18, something that once felt impossible. So I want to know what goes through your mind when you're out there moving freely, doing something that MS once took away from you. Just more like, what's Adam's heart saying to that? Because I think so much about MS, yes, it's very much the physicality that's fractured, but emotionally, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. It's honestly feels like I got pieces of my life back because of these things that I never thought I would be able to do. I'm doing. And it gets my mind reeling to be like, okay, now what? what else can I do? Like, what more can I do? How much more can I walk? In next year's Walk MS, will I be able to walk the entire mile without my sticks? It's always more for me. That's how it goes. It's like, it's already done this. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going, because let's show this to everybody too, so that anybody that has issues like I have, there's something out there that could help them. And if I have to be the mouthpiece for that, I'm all for that. I love that.
I cannot think of a better mouthpiece than you, Adam. So one more thing that I have for you today is this. You're not just wearing technology. You are wearing something that let's call hope.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who feel stuck in the symptoms of MS and unsure if progress is possible, certainly you're living proof of that. What message, if you could look right at them, right in their eyes, and they could hear you, what would you share about what's with trying?
It's the same message as I always sow, is just do something. Try to be a little bit better than you were yesterday, no matter what that looks like, no matter what stage you're in, because I've been in all of them. If you can't do sit to stands and you did 1, that's a huge win. You go for 2 tomorrow. You do 2 tomorrow, you go for 3. You can't straighten your leg out. You straighten your leg out. That's a win. Just keep trying to do a little bit better tomorrow than you did today. It's that simple. It's hard, but it's a simple mindset. You have to have the mindset right before you can do it physically. And I say that from personal experience, because that's what I had to do. When I was learning how to walk, I literally was hunched on a walker, braced from thigh to toe, and I would throw my foot in front of me and hope that it landed where I wanted it to, and then throw my next foot and just hope that it was there. And I just kept repeating that for years and years. And then I'm to the point now where I can walk, and the sleeves are just an addition to that. I put this hard work in for the years and years and years, and now this is something that can help me take pieces of my life back, and it's just incredible.
Adam, that's awesome. I know so many who are will be seeing this, hearing this, finding hope that maybe they lost.
Yep.
Before. So thank you so much for sharing your sleeves, for sharing more of your story.
Things. It's like, that's all they are right there.
There you go. It's a sleeve.
Yeah. They're actually comfortable. I barely know I'm wearing them. Mm-hmm. The battery pack is only like this big, and it lasts for like 8 hours, and it's on a little pouch on the out of your thigh. It's amazing. Like, I can't say enough about it. And like I just said, I'm always wondering what else I can do now. How much more can I push these? I'm still trying to fine tune everything and get all the electrodes in the perfect spot and what works best for me and how I need it. And it's so user friendly. You can do it right from an app on your phone, and you can just change them whenever you want to. And it's so awesome.
Well, and like the way it goes with MS, we're always looking for new tools, right? What new tool can I have in my toolbox because it's not curable yet, but until it is, we just have to manage the symptoms, right? So do what we can there and find the tools that will help us manage them better. And it sounds like this is a fantastic tool that certainly worked for you, and I'm sure will change so many lives.
I hope so. I remember watching one of the guys at the conference. He's probably in his low 60s, only been diagnosed like 2 or 3 years. His foot does not pick off the ground when he walks. It does not come up. It drags every step. And he tried it, and that guy was walking almost normally, and I was right there with it, and he looked at me, and he almost had tears in his eyes, and was like, I haven't walked like this in years. That's what it is. That's all it's about, is getting that sense of normalcy back and being able to do what we used to do easier. Things that we didn't think we'd be able to do. I never thought I'd be able to do this. No way.
And yet can, and you are. Thank you.
Plan to keep going.
And you're going to keep going. Thank you so much, Adam, again, for sharing the sleeves, for sharing your story, for helping all of us become a bit more aware now. Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you. Always a pleasure.